What's up, heroes and fans? I'm Xavier J, your go-to superhero fanatic. Alright, so there's a strong chance that Steve Rogers could have created the Fantastic Four, and it might be touched upon in Avengers Doomsday. So apparently, the original plans was for Steve Rogers to appear in the post-credit scene of a Fantastic Four First Steps. And it's rumored that Steve Rogers is living in the Fantastic Four's universe, Earth 828. And that's going to be revealed in Avengers Doomsday. Now, granted, I was thinking to myself, how was this going to make sense in Avengers Doomsday? Or how did it make sense at all? But given how it's the multiverse saga still, I'm open-minded to see how it works. Now, we all realize in Avengers Endgame that time travel is very multiversal. If you go back in time and change something in the past, you can basically make an alternate timeline and basically an alternate universe. And at the end of Endgame, Steve Rogers decides to stay in the past and to live his life with Peggy. And we also saw in the Avengers Doomsday teasers that Steve Rogers had made a family with Peggy and created James Rogers. But that won't affect the main MCU timeline because now he's living in an alternate universe. So if you guys don't know, Steve Rogers basically traveled back to the 1940s and he stayed there. And the Fantastic Four universe takes place in the 1960s in this cool retro futuristic world that has established world peace. Now don't forget, it is a scene that exists of this father and son watching the Fantastic Four TV show. Now granted, this looks like Steve Rogers, but this does look like something that Steve Rogers would wear because he has worn clothes like that in multiple MCU projects. I'm pretty sure a lot can change in 20 years, and Steve Rogers is not that type of guy to just sit around and let bad things happen. He will obviously mess with the timeline. Do you really think Steve Rogers will live a happy life knowing that Bucky could be getting tortured by Hydra agents? He will obviously try to save him. That's the whole concept about Captain America's character. He tried to save everybody. So I kind of got a theory. So what if Steve Rogers went back in time and then he changed every event? Like, what if he stopped every bad thing from happening and manifesting an Earth called Earth 828, a world of peace? Steve will save Bucky from Hydra, therefore him not becoming the Winter Soldier. He would save Tony Stark's parents, so therefore no Iron Man. And he will make sure his shield is disbanded because he knows it will later get corrupted by Hydra. Therefore no one will come to save him from the ice, and he will still be frozen, and there'll be no Avengers. Now granted, the Fantastic Four is the only heroes in their world. But Steve Rogers isn't a hero anymore, he's retired. And that's probably why Dr. Doom is after Steve Rogers in Avengers Doomsday. Because he messed with the timeline and he also created the Fantastic Four, the team he hates. But alright, my heroes and fans, so what do you think about this? Do you think Captain America created the Fantastic Four? Drop it all in the comments.